So the scoping in Colombia is getting out of freaking hand. A lot of Americans are getting deleted left and right out in Colombia, and I'm sick and tired of it. So I'm making this video to prevent my brothers from falling to this trap. But let's get to the intro. It's us. Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Jamie Woods back at it with another travel video. And today, guys, I'll be talking about a sensitive subject matter because not that many people really like to talk about this openly like that, but this is what this channel is all about. I want to have honesty. I want to have intellectual, open conversations about things, because this is the problem, man, is that a lot of us in this space shame brothers for doing certain things overseas, and it shouldn't be that way. It should be more open to where, okay, if you do want to do these type of things overseas, you want to be a Chad or Tyrone overseas, then okay, go ahead and do that. But these are the safety precautions that you need to take when you do those type of activities overseas, so that way we can prevent more deletions from happening, because that's what's going on in Colombia, right? A lot of people want to just say Medellin, but I know brothers in Santa Marta, 𝐶𝐿𝐴 all throughout the country, and even in other countries. This isn't just picking on Colombia, right? There are other countries in Latin America, in the world right now, where brothers and even sisters are getting deleted or getting, drugged or whatever the case is, and robbed. And I'm tired of seeing it. I'm tired of seeing it on TikTok. I'm tired of seeing it on YouTube. And I know there's other brothers that are making videos about the same topic, right? But the more of us that can get on behind the camera and start making these videos, the more awareness we can spread out over there, and the more we can prevent these things from happening. So I'm gonna go over a couple things that you guys can do overseas, or specifically in Colombia, to prevent yourselves from getting deleted, robbed, or drugged. Number one is dating apps. Now, in some countries, you can use dating apps, but in Colombia, even the United States government has given you guys a warning not to use the app. And for shits and giggles, right, I went onto the Tinder application in Colombia, and I've done Barranquilla, I've done Santa Marta, Cartagena, and Medellin, of course, and I've actually swiped through them and see what I get. It was kind of like an experiment to see what type of girls I was going to match with. And to be honest with you, 70 to 75% of the women I matched with were working women. Okay, so there are women that were just there to sell box. Or, of course, there were women on there that were in, working for massage parlors or specific business, and their job was just to get you to come to their organization, to their establishment, so they can get money off. So there's that as well. So while they're not selling box per se, right, even though I think some of these massage parlors do that on the side, while they're not selling the box, quote unquote, they're still selling you a service. So either way, whether it's for the box or for a service, a lot of these girls are P for P girls. And you can notice this by, of course, if you go to the bio, it'll say short-term fun, mutual benefits. If it has any of those things, stay away from those women, you know what I mean? But even despite all that, you're still not safe. You can meet a quote unquote regular woman, and it might end up being a P for P girl down the road. Maybe you'll start off very genuine, and then down the road she'll be like, hey, I'm selling, this, that, can I come over? Like, here are my rates, right? I've had that happen to me before, where it started off genuine, right, quote unquote, and then it turned into, oh, here are my rates, $100 per hour, $200 if it's on the boat, $1,000+ for a day. And I was like, okay, that's not what I was looking for, but okay, this is interesting. I'm gonna use this for a video, right? So most girls that you're gonna meet on Tinder in Colombia, specifically in Medellin, Colombia, most of them are working women that go on there to get more clientele, because it's a lot easier than just going to parquilleras or these tourist sites to get clients. And another sign that a girl is a working girl on Tinder is if they give you their WhatsApp off the rip, because ain't no normal woman is going to give you their WhatsApp off the rip like that, right? So if they give you their WhatsApp, do the math. Most likely they're a working woman, because working women, time is money, right? Time is money. They're not trying to waste time doing small talk with you. They're trying to get to the point, and they're going to get to that point on WhatsApp. So once you talk to them on WhatsApp, I want you to do this just for experimental purposes. Go back on Tinder and see if you can find her profile. Most likely it's already deleted. That is a red flag right there. She wants no traces, right? A lot of these accounts that these women use on WhatsApp are business accounts, right? And it should be business accounts. It would be stupid for a chick to give you her personal number if she's a working woman, but they're business accounts. If you see a business account, that most likely means she's a working woman. If you see it's a personal account, then of course it could be a regular chick. But most of these chicks are gonna have business accounts because they're working women. So stay off of Tinder. Tinder has a lot of mouse traps on there designed for you guys to fall into it, and of course for you guys to get drugged, scoped, or possibly even deleted. Stay away from Tinder. Number two is do not flex. flex. Don't flex in these countries. A problem with some of you brothers that have never traveled before is that you go to a place like Colombia where the cost of living is cheap, you have a ton of beautiful women around, and as a man, your first instinct is to start flexing how much better you are than the rest of the men there. So you're gonna start to wear these designer clothes, big chains, nice watches, nice shoes, everything from head to toe, going crazy, right? And then you're gonna start throwing money up in the air, and when you're talking to these women, because there's a language barrier, you're gonna start to tell them, oh, me tengo mucho dinero, I have a lot of money, this, that. Like, instead of you leading with who you are as an individual, you're leading with your freaking money, and that's how you end up in these traps. Because the thing is, guys, is that while there are good women in Colombia, don't get me wrong, what happens is when you start flexing with your money, the women that are going to be very attracted to that are the rotten apples. Good women that respect themselves do not like arrogant men. They just don't. They stay away from arrogant men. They want confident men, but they don't like arrogant men. So the minute they see you taking out your money, trying to flex, oh, look who I am, I'm a rich American, go suck my you know what, because I'm rich and American, they're going to stay away from you. They don't want a guy like you, right? The women that will want to deal with you are the rotten apples, the gold diggers, the P4P girls, the scammers. Those will be the ones. So you're attracting negative energy by your actions, setting you up to be the next victim. So now that they see that you got expensive watches, jewelry, clothes, you got all this money, they're gonna put two and two together and they're like, okay, this guy got money. Even though you might be a broke American that's just flexing overseas, right? Because everything's cheaper. They're gonna put two and two together and they're gonna assume you're a rich American. So when they go over to your Airbnb, your apartment, your hotel, they're gonna start to survey that area. They're gonna be like, okay, let's see what this guy got over here. Okay, I see you got that laptop over there, you got that iPad over there, iPhone over here, or he's got a stash of money over there. They're gonna start to look and survey your freaking apartment. And then they're gonna, when you're gone, you're gonna drink it, you're gonna be knocked out, and then they're gonna fucking steal everything in that apartment that has any value, and they're gonna dip, right? And it's because you flexed and you started attracting the wrong type of people. So when you're out in these countries, ladies and gentlemen, camouflage with the tourists. I'm not saying to dress like a bum, right? I'm saying dress normally, all right? Stop flexing so much. Stop leading with your money. Make it seem like you're a normal human being, bro. Don't be arrogant. Don't flex. Just go over there, have a good time, be to yourself. Don't draw any attention to yourself. That way you're not attracting the wrong type of people. Now, number 3 is something that I keep hearing a lot on the internet. I keep hearing people that have 2 different Airbnbs, right? So maybe their main Airbnb and then a cheaper one that they take the girls to for all the debauchery, right? So you can do something like that, right? You can have all your valuables in one Airbnb, and then the other one is just where you bring all the girls back and you do your thing. But I think a better option, or a couple better options, is you get yourself an Airbnb. You get yourself a hotel room where all your valuables are at, where you stay at for the most part, and then you can go ahead in one of these rooms, one of these motels or hotels, because they have that a lot in Colombia, right? Colombia does have a bit of a hookup culture, right? It does. So make sure you do your research and you look up these hotel rooms or motel rooms or whatever they call it in Colombia, where you can bring someone over for a couple hours, do your thing, and send them on their way out. Do something like that instead of bringing them to your hotel room where they can possibly steal all your shit, right? Because Colombia does have a lot of these places, and I've heard that a lot of these places are very nice. These people make a lot of money off of a lot of little hookups that go on, you know, behind the scenes, right? A lot of these sneaky links or whatever you want to call it. So do your research. It's not that expensive. You do your thing in there and you send them on their way out. Because the thing is, they're going to go to that room and they're going to be like, okay, there's not really many valuables here that I can take, because that's really the purpose, right? They're trying to steal what you have in your apartment. That's the whole purpose of it. So when you, like I said, when you bring them to your Airbnb, your apartment where you're staying at, and they see all these valuables just out there like that in broad daylight, they're going to be like, okay, this guy's a good target. When you bring them to a motel room, a hotel room, you know, for an hour or two, like a spot you only rent it out for an hour or two or however long, and they see nothing there, they're going to be like, okay, there's no point of drugging this guy. This guy doesn't have anything. There's no point, right? Besides maybe the money in your pocket or whatever, right? But if you listen to the other steps I got coming up, that won't be a problem. Or there are some CASAs, right? I'm not going to go over into full detail about that because it's YouTube. You can go in there, you pick who you want, and you'll do your thing in that establishment. They got rooms in there that you can do your thing. Or if you're at a club, I know some clubs let the girls leave with you, right, for a certain fee. So that would be another good way for you guys to do your thing as well, because they're linked to that club, so they're less likely to do anything to you. So you can do that as well. Number 4 is rent out an Airbnb that has security, that has security cameras, that requires visitors to drop their ID at the front, or maybe show ID at the front, and also requires you to go downstairs with them when they leave. This is very important because the thing is, if there are no security measures, they're going to be more likely to do something. I mean, think about it this way. If police didn't exist, how many people would be running through red lights? How many people would be committing a lot of crime and shit, right? If they didn't exist, a lot more people would be doing things. But because security is there, police is there, it prevents people from doing certain things in fear of getting caught, in fear of the consequences. It's the same thing with security, having security in one of these apartments. When you have security down there and you're cool with the security, right? They look out after you, right? And they security cameras, they require you or the visitor to show ID at the front, and then of course you walk down with them so that way they can leave, because one, they're not trying to get caught, they're not trying to go to jail, right? Nobody's trying to go to jail, especially in Colombia. And number two, if ID is required, they have a trace of that individual, so they can trace that, they can show authorities that. And on top of that, if you're walking downstairs with them, right, that means they're not going to scope you, because what happens when someone scopes you is that it may not affect you in the very beginning, but after a while, it's going to affect you. You're going to go into a zombie-like state where you're not going to be able to do anything to go downstairs to escort them out. So they're going to be less likely to scope you. Number 5, and this should have actually been number 4, but do not drink too much. Do not get too intoxicated. This should go down the line anywhere you are, right? This isn't just Colombia. Anywhere you are in the world, including even America, there's no point of you getting blackout drunk. There's no point of you getting intoxicated to the point where you don't even know where you are or who you're with or what you're doing, or you can't even remember what happened the previous night. Guys, we're no longer in college anymore. We're in the real world. There's real world consequences for the things we do, especially in a place like Colombia. So when you start drinking over and over and over in a place like this, that's literally what these girls are looking after. These girls will be in the clubs, because I've seen working women in the club. They go to the clubs searching for clientele too, or maybe in the streets. They'll see you walking around like a fucking retard, and they're gonna be like, you know what? That's the guy I'm gonna pick on tonight. That's an easy target, right? They may not even have to scope you because you're so intoxicated. You know what I mean? That's the thing, guys. You're making yourself a target. So just like I said, when you flex and you become arrogant and you lead with your money, that you are a target. Well, the same thing with you being intoxicated, you also become a target. Women want an easy person to pick on, right? When they see you being a drunk, that's the guy that I'm gonna rob, because he's not gonna notice it anyways. I may not even have to scope him. When you're drunk as a man, you get more desperate. You get more like sexual. You know what I mean? You want something, right? So you're more easy to fall into temptation, right? And they know that. They pick on that, right? So you're gonna take them back to your crib. You might even pass out when you get to the crib, because you probably so right? If she's a smart girl, what she's gonna try to do is get you another drink, or be like, hey baby, get me another drink, because she knows that one drink's gonna put you to sleep, and then she's gonna rob you, right? And then you're not gonna remember nothing the next day. So if you were robbed, what are you gonna tell the authorities? Because you don't remember shit, especially if it doesn't have security cameras or anything downstairs. So do not over drink, man. That's how you get taken advantage of. That's how you get robbed. That's you become a victim of crime in these other countries. And to add on to that, ladies and gentlemen, is watch your drinks, okay? Watch your drinks. If you leave a drink behind, if you tell homegirl, hey, I gotta go to the bathroom, I gotta go somewhere, I'll be back, and you leave the drink there, do not freaking drink it, okay? Because most likely what they're gonna do while you're gone is gonna put that powder in there. It's gonna dissolve. So when you get back, you won't even tell they put something in there. And then you won't drink, and then bam, 20 minutes later. I know what they do sometimes is they'll offer you a drink. They'll be like, hey baby, let me make you a drink. You know what I mean? I wanna make you a drink. And you think it's cute, it's feminine, it's warm. Like, oh man, I can't believe she's trying to make me a drink. I think that's adorable. But what she's really trying to do is set your ass up, right? She's trying to put some scope or whatever in there and mix it all together and then give it to you. Here you go, baby, I love you. Here's your drink. And then bam, done. And I've even heard brothers that allow these women to go to the bathroom with their drinks, and then they came back and they got scoped. And I'm like, fam, why would you allow a woman to go into the bathroom with your drink? What is a drink doing in the bathroom? A bathroom and a drink don't go together. Like, it doesn't make no sense. If you see a woman taking your drink to the bathroom, if you see a woman putting their hands over your drink, getting too close to your drink, just, bro, red flag, right? So don't leave your drink behind. If a woman offers you a drink, tell them no. In fact, you know what? Here's a rule of thumb for y'all. When you are around women in Colombia, just don't even drink. Especially if it's back at your apartment, be like, hey baby, I'm not gonna drink, baby. I don't want to drink no more. I drink, right? Tell her that instead of being mean to her, right? Because the thing is, like I said, that's how they set your ass up. And the last one is, if a woman sounds too eager to hang out with you, it's because she wants to set you up. Because guys, when have you ever heard of an attractive, beautiful woman being desperate to hang out with you? When they have so many damn options. The same thing's in Colombia. You think these beautiful women in Colombia don't got options? You'd be f***ed up to think that. You'd be stupid. You'd be silly to think that. These women got options everywhere, right? They got dudes DMing them, being like, hey baby, come over. Hey baby, I got you a gift. Hey baby, da-da-da-da-da. And this applies everywhere in the world. Yes, America gets it more. American women get way more DMs than anyone else because of the amount of options and resources we have here. But the same thing happens in Colombia. So there is no need to see no dude, right? So if they're over here being desperate, being like, baby, I want to see you so bad. Oh baby, I love you. Oh baby, I need you. Oh baby, da-da-da-da-da, right? That's an issue. So there will be girls in Colombia specifically that will be texting you every single day to hang out. Like, baby, let's hang out, please. I want to cook for you. I want to do this for you. I want to do that for you. I want to have a good time with you. Me la quiero pasar rico, like what they say, right? Like, I want to have a good time with you, basically, to translate that. And basically, you have to tell them no, because that's suspicious. A woman that's that eager and that desperate to see you, it's for a reason, because they're getting, because those same girls are getting hit up by 20, 30 other guys. So what makes you so damn special, especially if they don't even know you like that, it just met you online? What makes you so special that they're so eager to see you, that they're already telling you, I love you, that you're the love of my life off the rip like that? You know what I mean? It's to sweeten you up, to butter you up, so that way you can say, yeah, baby, let's hang out. You invite them over to your crib, and they're gonna pop a pill on your shit, and you're out, and everything's gonna be taken away. And that's exactly what happens. And if guys, another thing is, if they invite a friend, so if they say, hey baby, can I invite a friend, a girlfriend, like let's have a threesome or whatever, right? That's what they always say. Let's have a threesome. I have my friend, she's interested, she wants to do it. Tell them no, because the more girls, the worse, right? If one girl can set you ass up, imagine two of them. And a lot of us, when we see two girls, two beautiful girls, we're gonna go double crazy. While one girl is sweet talking us, distracting us, the other girls out there plotting, surveying, getting ready to rob some shit, right? So just be very careful with that. If it sounds too good to be true, it's because it is. Always say no. So guys, for time's sake, I had to end it right there, but I hope someone can watch this video and it can help you. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope this video can make an impact in someone's lives or several different people's lives. Hopefully you guys can see this before going to these countries, so that way you're better prepared. Because let's just face it, guys, if there is a language barrier and you don't know how to speak these languages, but you're in these countries and you see beautiful women and you know, the P for P stuff happens to be legal in these countries, you're most likely going to go the P for P route, because if there's a language barrier, you're not going to be able to talk to the normal girls. You're not going to be able to talk to the regular girls and build anything organic. And the thing about organic relationships, guys, is that the only way it's going to work is if you live there or you travel there consistently. And even then, even if you do travel there consistently, you don't know what this girl's doing behind the scenes. You know what I mean? So you have to pretty much live there for it to work out with these girls, with the regular girls, and you have to know the language. So this is why I tell brothers, if you're going to be going to Colombia, DR, any of these places, you don't know the language, you're just there for a short time, the P for P route is the best one for you at that point, right? I'm not saying that you should be doing that, right? But I know a lot of brothers are too embarrassed to admit that they do that, and it's fine. It's okay. It's okay to admit that you do that. There's nothing wrong with that. It doesn't mean you're a bad person. It just means you're trying to have a fun time. If the locals have been using these services for so many damn years, why is it a problem when a tourist does it, right? So that's the thing. If you're going to be partaking and indulging in this type of activity, you have to take safety precautions. That's the whole point of this video. I'm not promoting that lifestyle. All I'm saying is, if you are going to be doing these type of things, this is what you need to do to stay safe, because I want to see more brothers traveling. I want to see more brothers having a good time, and I want to see less brothers getting deleted, robbed, and going through traumatic situations overseas. All right, but guys, listen, that is the video for today. If you like travel videos, check out these videos over here. Peace out.